seen with these eyes, well, nothing's the same anymore. We get to see the blessing that's there. We realize, either right during or not too long afterward, the best thing just happened, not the worst. And we're left rather stunned. Well, do consider it's mind that is stunned. That's not you. It may even shut mind up for a while, and that's fun. Enjoy that while. Let yourself go and just be. Mind is a terrible taskmaster. It's always cracking one whip or another, keeping you in line. Well, mind has been fired here. Have you noticed this? Mind's not in charge anymore. And that's nice. Oh, initially, it's scary, don't I know? But after a time, you will notice that this is also the mind. It's mind that is scared. And remember, that's not you. In your observing, your watching of self, you step back and back, the better to observe. You begin to notice now how you're not really the mind, how you don't need it to function. Oh, it's needful for the surface part of the life, of course. Very useful indeed. But that's neither who nor what you are. It's no deep part of you. That's just the picture show you're attending, the surface life. That hardly even touches you. Very superficial. So, yes, mind's very useful for that, but not for the task it took on, running your life. Mind's a lousy choice for that job. So, most of all, what you think you're going through as you walk through these transitions that come along, it's really not you going through that. It's the mind. Mind has a hard time adjusting to the new reality that appears. It makes no sense to mind, so it balks. Doesn't want this to be even. Wishes it could turn back the clock to what it thinks was a simpler time. Ha! Back when mind was in charge. So my advice is to be gentle with mind. Don't be cruel. Just be kind as you would with anyone else. Be patient with mind. It's doing the best that it can. Cut it just a tiny bit of slack, though, not too much. Mind is a wily thing. It will have you in knots once again if you let it. Even if you don't, it takes a while. There's more than just mind operating here. There's what works through the mind, all that programming and such. But that's okay. It's neither here nor there, really. You've risen above that now. That only affects or influences the mind, and you know that's not you. This journal's going on long, but too bad, that's just the way that it is. In order to delve deeply and enjoy things once we get there, sometimes it takes longer. So let's just go. This is fun. I feel you with me here. Keep centering down in heart. That's what I do when I notice mind intruding. I just use it as a reminder to center in heart. It takes mind's intrusions and turns them to your advantage, you see. So, what is right and wrong in that instance, I ask you? We just made a wrong right, do you see? Aha! What a lark! Anytime you are suffering, here's a biscuit, a cookie for you. It's just mind. That's not you. Can you step back from that and just watch? Just observe for a while. Don't invalidate it, just observe. See what happens that way. Just center in heart and watch. That's where these special eyeglasses are, you know, in the heart. You put them on there. They help you see all things different. Oh, quite literally. Nothing's the same as it was, and that's a lark and a joy to enjoy. There's new life in the heart just waiting for you there. All the burdens, the confusions just drop away. Now, this will happen when and as it will. There is really nothing you can do to make it happen for you. It just does. That old phrase at work again, it is what it is. The only doing I recommend is to work with your intent. And in order to do this, you must turn around, look within, and observe. Start watching you. Much of your intent is secret, is not known to the outer mind. Much is subconscious, maybe even unconscious. Much that you're living by, oh boy, isn't even you, my friends. Do you ever see or hear your mother speaking through your lips? Or perhaps it's your spouse, your father, or aunt. So you're not you, do you see? Or do you see this? You, that is your mind, is a conglomeration of all this, so much more. It's quite a complex, a conglomeration, a mix. It can't be seen at one look, even a deep one. It takes time to appear before you, but it will, or it can. Just realize that your deeper intent is what rules. Look at those times when you say something you wish you hadn't said. What was acting there? Who did that? Was that you? Or was that your father speaking there? Who said that? Well, that's an easy one on one level. That was mind. The big open secret here is that you can step back from this. Just observe. Why? Because you are not that. You're not mind. All the magic begins for you, or so it seems to me, when you step back from mind. Oh, I highly recommend it. I do. No, it won't make your life an instant paradise or the like. That's just mind again, asking or looking for things like that. So get real. Stay in heart. Pain will still come, as will joy and delight, but they pass. Everything passes. Now, if you're stuck there in mind, then that's a bummer. When your joy passes, you want to hang on to it. And still stuck within mind, when we look at our pain and see that it passes, well, that's a delight, isn't it? There's that situational thing at work. On the one hand, the passing is terrible. On the other, it's fine. Ha! Well, they're both the same. That's what your new glasses will show you. Everything passes in the material world, the phenomenal world. In the chimera, it's just an illusion. Now stay in heart. Mind does some crazy things with that idea, the one about life being an illusion. Don't trust your mind with that one. You'll be disappointed. Mind's not qualified to even enter that arena. It can't even get through the door, so leave it behind as you enter. Stay within heart. So maybe we're complete here. When you set the homing beacon in heart and keep returning there, things start looking quite different to you. Everything's morphing. There's a lost feeling for a while adjustments are being made with the mind. Mind had its whole world turned quite inside out, you know. Mind is shaken. Again and again it keeps happening to mind. Mind had a whole world, a whole reality created around the way things were supposed to be, according to mind, that is. Mind pretty much enforced this reality on you in many ways as well. Mind is or can be a cruel taskmaster. Well, mind has been fired from that position now, and it's shocked. Not only is mind out of a job, Or so it thinks, because really, it is still quite useful for more appropriate things. But in addition to that, its whole world is crumbling all around it. Yep, mind is quite shaken to the core, and it just doesn't seem to stop. Oh, there are pauses in it where mind can sort of catch its breath. It even gets to thinking maybe it was wrong about all that stuff. Maybe everything's okay after all, and nothing's changed. But look out, of course. That's just a prophecy that the next major change is just up ahead there. Duck incoming! And yet again, the whole rug gets pulled out from under your mind. Well, two things I'll close with then. First, no, it's not you going through all of this. That is mind. It's mind that's having a hard time with all of this, if there is any hard time being had. You are quite fine with it from within heart. You've got a much higher wisdom operating here that simply knows all is well. It's unperturbed. So center in that. And the other is this: be glad. You're awakening. Just be happy about that. Trust me, honey, the whole world, the whole solar system could literally blow up, and you'd be just fine. You can't be hurt. Do you see this? Do you feel this yet? You're not that. You're nothing material. Whatever it is, if it can be pointed to or even named, you're just not that. So, if you still think you're a this or a that, then you just have some more work ahead of you. That's all. No big deal. The other thing, of course, is just to keep centering in heart. The rest will pretty much take care of itself. Cheers! Ain't life grand?